The state of Missouri has watched over the last few years as the rates of both gun violence and gun homicides have gone through the roof, steadily increasing every single year. So clearly, the state of Missouri has a gun problem. So what are Republicans in the state planning on doing about it? They're planning on cutting taxes when you buy a gun. Here's what would happen. According to legislation proposed by Missouri State Senator Rick Bratton, they want to exempt gun sales from the state income tax of 4.225%, effectively reducing it to 0%. So if you want to go and buy a gun, they say, we don't want you to have to pay state tax on that. But don't worry, because you'll still have to pay your federal taxes on firearms and ammunition. But they're telling gun stores, don't worry, because my legislation, Rick Bratton says, also includes the state giving you subsidies to offset the federal taxes that you would owe for selling the guns. So consumers won't have to pay taxes on guns. The gun sellers won't have to pay the federal taxes on the sale of those guns. We want to make sure everybody can have a gun in this state that's witnessing a disturbing uptick in gun violence. Another piece of this legislation that was voted down and stripped from the bill by these very same Republicans would have exempted non-prepared food items purchased at grocery stores from sales tax. They took that out. So Missouri Republicans are literally pushing legislation that does not lower taxes on food purchases, but it removes all taxes on gun purchases. Because apparently guns are a necessity, but food is just a luxury for those who can afford it. And here's the kicker. As I said, the sales tax in the state on handguns is 4.225%. That's sales tax on everything in the state, except for food. For food, non-prepared food, the sales tax is only 1.225%. So the sales tax on food, even though they sell a hell of a lot more of it, is much less than what is on guns. But they said, the Republicans did, they can't cut the food taxes because that's just going to cost the state too much money. But in the same piece of legislation, they're saying, let's remove all taxes for guns and then just give gun sellers state money so they don't have to pay federal taxes. Can kids eat guns? State of Missouri? Republicans across the country, can kids eat guns? Like if your family is starving, they need food, but you can't afford it, what are they supposed to do with all these guns and ammunition that they're buying? Do you expect them to all go out there and hunt with their handguns? I mean, does the average person out there who can't afford food know how to take down a wild animal and clean it and prepare it in a way that's not going to basically give parasites to their entire family? You think that's a thing everybody in Missouri knows how to do? Because I'm willing to bet it's not. But this shows the Republican Party's priorities. They would rather you be able to have a gun than to have food for your family. And these idiot ass backwards Republicans in the state of Missouri are proving it with this piece of legislation. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.